Hey, what's up Aquamigos? And if you're new here, my name's Tobias, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about my filtration plans for my koi pond. But really quick, before we do that, I want to give you guys a little bit of a status update. So I actually went out and I bought the trash can that we're going to use for the settlement tank. This is it right here. It's the standard 32-gallon Brute trash can, brand new. These cost about $40. I got it at Lowe's, and it's going to go right there where that other trash can is right now. And finally, guys, I was able to get the 4-inch gate valve that I've been waiting to get for a while now. This is it right here. I actually ordered one of these on Amazon like maybe over a week ago, and they actually sent me the wrong item, so I returned it and they sent me a new one. This time it was the right item, but it was completely damaged. I'll show you guys a picture of it right here, but basically there was a giant crack on the bottom of it, so I had to return that one again, and then I actually went ahead and ordered this one from the Granger website, and I actually drove there and I was able to pick it up the same day, and this one's in perfect condition. So I finally got that, and you may have already seen in my last video, I already had the 2-inch gate valve, and that's going to be for the skimmer. And all these PVC fittings and everything, they start to get a little bit costly once you start gathering all the pieces you need. Like the 4-inch gate valve, it came out to around $140. I believe the 2-inch one was around $20 or so. And then there were a few other things I had to order. I had to order 2 more 4-inch uniseals, and then of course I needed the hole saw for those 4-inch uniseals, which is a 5-inch hole saw, so I ordered that. And then I also ordered a 3-inch hole saw, and that will be the size that I need for the uniseals for the 2-inch PVC pipe. So I should be getting all of those in just a few days. I also went ahead and ordered the pond pump. The pond pump that I ordered is the Pariha 16000. It's the pond pump that I showed in my last video online. So I actually went ahead and I did order that one. I saw another guy on YouTube. I wish I could remember his name, but I can't remember his channel at the moment. But he also has a Pariha pond pump, and he has like a 4,000-gallon koi pond, so it's a bit bigger than mine. And he also got the bigger pump size, and it seems to be working out great for him, so I'm hoping I'll have similar results with mine. So that's kind of where we're at with moving ahead with the build. I'm just waiting for a few more supplies to get here before I can actually get started. And actually earlier today I went ahead and I kind of drew out my plans for the filtration, and just a few days ago I actually talked to Cedric from Vertigo 117, and we kind of chatted about my filtration plans a bit, and in my opinion they look pretty solid, but of course I'd love to get your guys' opinion in the comments below. But let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you guys several drawings where I try to illustrate my pond's filtration plans. So basically this is where the settlement tank will be right there, which will be that trash can that I showed you guys earlier. And this is that front wall of the pond that goes right along the path that's like down here. And then this is that lemon tree that's going to be right behind the settlement tank. And then behind the lemon tree is where I'm thinking about putting my biofilters. For the biofilters, I'm thinking about using those 55-gallon polyethylene drums. And I want to have, you know, all the pipe work going underground from the settlement tank and then back from the biofilters. And then this is kind of how I would like the returns to be. I would like the returns to be on the back wall. There'll be like little fountains coming down, but I'll talk a little bit more about that on the next page. So this is kind of like the side view, right? So now going on to the next page, this is like kind of 2 examples of how the returns would be. So in this first example, this is kind of what I think would be the traditional, most effective way to do it. So I have my skimmer over here on this side of the pond, and then on this side of the pond, I would have like a large return so that it would hopefully push debris from the surface of the water over towards the end where the skimmer is. But the way that I would like to do it, and I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet, but the way I would like to do it is have like 3 separate return fountains on the back wall. I just think that would look the coolest. But like I was saying, the best way to do it and the most effective way to have my return would probably to have the large return on the opposite side from the skimmer. So I don't know, those are the 2 things that I'm kind of thinking about doing. Feel free to let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. And then moving on to the next page, and I think I actually need to adjust my camera a little bit for this. So yeah, that should be good right there. So pretty much what we have here is we have a top view of everything right here. So this is from like the sky looking down. Up here, we have kind of a frontal view of those biofilters. And then over here is what maybe the inside of those biofilters will look like. So let's go ahead and start with the top view over here. So of course, this right here is the pond. Right here is the settlement tank, and then from the settlement tank we're going to go into another chamber of mechanical filtration, which will house the pond pump. And then this is what I'm thinking. I'm not 100% sure about this. Once again, feel free to let me know what you think about this in the comments below. But basically what I think is I would need to have the pipes from the pump going underground all the way around the lemon tree, which is right here, and we'll have to go into the barrels from this way. So these are the 3 barrels for biological filtration. The water will go from one barrel to the next barrel to the next, and then back into the pond. So this right here will be the return pipe. Once again, it will be going underground. And then if I do go for the method with, like, you know, the separate, like, 3 different returns on the back wall of the pond, you know, I'll have T-fittings along that pipe, and then each outlet will have a valve on it so I can control the flow so that the flow from each one will hopefully be equal. But basically each one of these outlets would have a valve on it so I can close and open them to kind of regulate the flow from each one. Up here, I think I might have actually done this backwards. So the water would come, yeah, so basically I did this backwards from what it would actually be down here. But basically, you know, just imagine this side would be the inlet, so water from the pump would come in through here. It would go down to the bottom of the barrel. It would fill up, go through all the biological filtration. It would go down to the next barrel. That would fill up, go down to the next barrel. That'll fill up. And then finally, it would return to the pond through this outlet right here. Now on each barrel, I would also like to have a drain valve at the bottom because muck will most likely accumulate at the bottom of these barrels, and having a drain valve would make an easy way to get rid of all that muck. Over here at the bottom of each barrel, of course, that would be the inlet, like up here. That would be the inlet. So water would be entering at the bottom of the barrel. It'll be going up. I did see another guy on YouTube that kind of did a filter similar to this, where he actually put a metal screen at the bottom of the barrel to kind of create a floor so that none of the biomedia would go down here. It would all kind of stay up in this area and not, you know, gather around the inlet pipe. So I don't know, I was thinking about doing something like that. And then of course the water will fill up, pass through all the biomedia, and then at the very top up here, we have kind of like a PVC pipe elbow right here. Water will enter through here, and then either go to the next barrel from up here down to here, or if this is the last barrel in the row, then, you know, this would lead back to the pond. Now, when it comes to the biomedia I'm going to be using, I'm not 100% sure yet, but there are a few options that I've been kind of looking at. One is the BioHome Ultra, which I believe, keeping it koi, I believe you use this biomedia. I actually watched a video of yours where you were talking about it, and it looked really appealing to me because one thing that it does is it allows anaerobic bacteria to colonize on the media, which filters out nitrates, which I thought was really cool. So that's one thing that I'm looking at. Another thing I'm looking at is K1 media. I've heard that K1 media is the easiest to get movement with, and I thought I can maybe get a semi-moving bed filter with the K1 media and just the pressure of the water. I know usually to have a moving bed filter, you need aerators and all that. I would rather not use an aerator just for the filters, so I thought maybe it would be possible to get some movement just with the K1 media and the pressure of the water. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but that's just kind of one thing that I was kind of considering. And then, of course, another thing about the K1 media is it has the most surface area out of like the K medias. The smaller the number, the more surface area it has. So I think K1 media would be a pretty good choice. And then, of course, K3 media is the other thing that I'm looking at. It does have less surface area, but it's easier to contain. So if we go back over here to my like little drawing of this barrel right here, K3 media would have a tougher time passing through these little graded fittings on the pipes, so it won't be able to get out of the filter. It'll all be contained inside the filter. K1 media may be a little bit harder to contain inside the filter. So yeah, K3 media is something that I've also been considering. So yeah guys, I would love to hear what you guys think about my pond's filtration plans. I'm not 100% set in stone with anything at this point with the filter, but I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Of course, I can't really move forward with building the filtration until I receive some of the parts that I ordered. I'm still waiting on quite a few things, as you saw. Another thing I just wanted to mention is a few of you have recommended to me possibly getting a bakki shower filter. I think those filters are super effective, and I'm sure they probably work really well. Like I see a lot of you guys actually use those. It's just not necessarily like the look that I'm maybe going for. I kind of want to try my best to hide my filtration. So that's kind of why I'm kind of planning on going this route. But anyways guys, I would love to hear any feedback that you guys might have. Feel free to let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. For today's Aquamigos shout out, I would like to give a huge shout out to Ajax. I think he's been following this pond build from like the very beginning, so thank you so much for being an Aquamigo. I really appreciate that. If any of you guys watching this would like a shout out in one of my upcoming videos, all you have to do is go down to the comments below and comment something with the word Aquamigo in it. And of course, if you did like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. If you're not yet subscribed yet, make sure to go down there and hit that subscribe button and also that bell notifications button to keep up to date with my pond build progress. I'll go ahead and put my Instagram handle here so you can follow me there, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace!